Hey y'all, it's them.
It's Jaden.
It's Carly Hansen.
It's Oliver Tree.
What's going on? It's Ian Dior, and we all know Valentine's Day is the most romantic time of the year.
Whatever. My friends and I are about to turn the whole holiday upside down in our new scripted holiday series, Valentine's Day in Hell.
First we spent Halloween in hell.
Now, you're invited to be a part of our next musical podcast from our In Hell series.
This time around, the devil is playing games with all of our hearts, trying to ruin our Valentine's Day plans by dragging us down to the depths of hell.
In each episode, you're going to hear new original music from artists like Ian Dior,
Jaden,
Carly Hansen, and me, Fem.
Tune into the Valentine's Day in Hell comedy horror musical podcast.
Subscribe for full episodes, bonus material, and original music. This February, check out Valentine's Day in Hell.
Brought to you by Audio Up and Podcast One. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Foxworthy, and welcome to a special celebrity edition of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? All right, guys, you ready to meet your new classmates? Yeah! He is a country music star and a judge on CMT's Can You Duet. Please welcome Big Kenny! I have seen a lot of pictures of you. I do not believe I have ever seen this one before. You look like the kid that may have gone to the principal's office once or twice.
Oh, dude. I gotta be honest with you, I ended up there a few times. Sometimes I never liked bullies very much either.
Oh, okay.
But most of the time it was always for the good way, for him to pat me on the back and say, "Great job, son. Great job." Yeah.
You're playing for charity.
Yes.
Tell everybody who you're playing for today.
I'm playing for kids everywhere. I'm playing for kids to have a right to education everywhere, here and abroad. Our fund called Love Everybody was able to get a school completed this year 45 kilometers outside of a war zone in the middle of Sudan.
Wow, man, that is so cool. You know, it's been a few years since you've been in the fifth grade.
Yeah.
So I've got some help for you. We let you cheat in here off some very smart fifth graders. Let me introduce them. We have Zach, Danielle, and Malachi. All right, Kenny, pick one of them. Let's get started.
Danielle, she is so pretty! Woo! Yeah!
See, I kind of knew you were going to go ladies first. Yes,
I think that's only
absolutely.
proper from mine out.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you how this is going to work, Kenny. You're going to take a little test with us. 10 subjects, first grade through the fifth grade. You could win $250,000 today. Sound good?
That would be good. That would be good.
All right, everybody, let's find out. Is Big Kenny smarter than a fifth grader? All right, Danielle, where would you recommend Big Kenny start?
Third grade social studies.
Third grade social studies, but it's up to you, boss.
My daddy had said to start at the bottom and work your way up. So I'm going to start down here at some stuff that I may have a chance at, Jeff. And I'm going to go first grade vocabulary.
First grade vocabulary. All right. Here is the question. By definition, a game of solitaire is played by how many people?
Oh, my goodness.
By definition, a game of solitaire is played by how many people? Danielle has locked her answer in.
I am solitaire and therefore I am one.
You are one. One is absolutely right. Give the man $500. All right. Let's add to it. Where to, brother?
First grade literature.
First grade literature, all right. Here's the question. Jacob and Wilhelm were two German brothers known for collecting and publishing fairy tales like Rumpelstiltskin and Sleeping Beauty. What was their last name? Jacob and Wilhelm were two German brothers known for collecting and publishing fairy tales like Rumpelstiltskin and Sleeping Beauty. What was their last name? Danielle has locked in her answer. What are you thinking?
Man, I think what I would do is just copy right off her paper. Just a little sneak right over there.
All right, wants to lock in the copy. And if she wasn't here, the situation might be grim.
It might be.
Because the two German brothers were the brothers Grimm.
I love that.
If Danielle said Grimm, you got $1,000. If she didn't, we're back down to zero. Danielle said Grimm! All right, 8 subjects on the board. You got $1,000.
Second grade animal science.
Second grade animal science. All right. Here is the question. True or false? Bats nurse their babies with milk. True or false? Bats nurse their babies with milk. Danielle's locked in her answer.
I'm thinking they do. Just I don't know why. They seem to me more like a mammal than a bird.
All right. Well, that's your gut.
That's my gut. And I'll go with that. No. So there you go.
You think they do? You think the answer is true? All right. You think it's true or false?
True.
You think it's true? I think you're both right. Yeah! You got another $1,000. Don't go away. We're on our way to $250,000 in the classroom.
Hey everyone, listen up. I've got a fun new podcast. It's called Radical Musings with me, Rosanna Arquette, having conversations with some of my most favorite people. Innovators, resistors, artists like Ronan Farrow.
Very early in our history, we talked about people who know about government malfeasance should blow the whistle about it.
Jane Fonda.
Look at what happened after George Floyd was murdered and there were people marching with Black Lives Matter. That brought me great hope.
Those who push boundaries and often those fearless enough to fight for justice and equality. I want to know what inspires them and fuels their passion and how that passion manifests itself. Welcome to Rabbi Mordecai Finley.
I feel my work is to bring healing to humankind.
Susie Landolfi.
I can't just keep saying I just got shit from my childhood. I also got tremendous strength.
This is Radical Musings, brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Up. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to a celebrity edition of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Big Kenny is in the class today, playing for charity. 3 for 3. Time to pick another classmate.
Malachi! Oh, yeah.
How are you, buddy?
Malachi! We're going to win him some money. Come on, bro. Yeah.
Feel a little vibe going on here. All right. Where would you like to go next, Kenny?
Jeff, I've had some gastronomical problems in my life, and therefore I'm going to go with astronomy. Second grade astronomy.
All right, it's a $1,000 question. Here it is. True or false? Jupiter is so large that all of the rest of the planets in our solar system could fit inside it. True or false? Jupiter is so large that all the rest of the planets in our solar system could fit inside it. Malachi has locked in his answer.
I'm going to say that is true.
That's your gut feeling? You want to lock that in?
I'm going to lock it in.
Locking it in.
Big Kenny, Big Jupiter. Big Kenny, Big Jupiter.
You know what? Big $1,000 added to your total. You're exactly right. There we go. There we go. We are on a roll. 4 down, 6 to go.
I'd like to ask my friend Malachi.
Sure.
Social studies.
Social studies.
That's it, social studies.
Third grade social studies it is. Here's the question. In the U.S. Army, which of the following officer classes ranks the highest? Captain, lieutenant, or major? Now, I will tell you this. The highest ranking officer in my house is called wife. It's not any of these, so.
Well, that's pretty much how I report too, sir. Ma'am, madam. Yeah. I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna say that I think that major is above captain.
Okay. You want to lock that in? Lock it. Let's see what Malachi's. What'd you say?
Major.
You said major? Great minds think alike. The right answer is major. Whoa! 5 subjects remain. Which one would you like next, Kenny?
Let's go to 4th grade geography.
4th grade world geography. All right. Here's the 4th grade question. At over 16,050 feet above sea level, Vinson Massif is the highest mountain on what continent? At over 16,050 feet above sea level, Vincent Massif is the highest mountain on what continent? All right, Malachi has locked in his answer.
I really don't have a large clue. I have a large globe that sits beside me in my office when I come to questions like this. I've learned to be resourceful, but I haven't learned this one. My gosh, you'll never forget this one again, Big Kenny. And therefore, you're going to take a little peek.
You want to lock that in?
We're going to lock that in.
Lock it in. Want a peek at Malachi's paper. All right. Take a look at the board. Malachi said that he thinks that Vincent Massif is on the continent of Antarctica.
I'm going to trust him. I like it. I'm going to confirm that right here with the locking down of that big gray button. Woo!
You have a very trustworthy face. And you have a very good brain. Antarctica is right. Don't go away. We're working our way to $250,000. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Big Kenny is in the classroom with us. We're trying to love everybody today. And win some money for the Love Everybody Foundation to go help folks around the world that have next to nothing. We have Zach up in the podium with us. Hey, buddy, how are you today? If you had to recommend one, what would you say?
I'm pretty good at U.S. history.
I'm still got to work my way up. I don't know what it is. I gotta do measurements. No. 3rd grade measurements. Here is the question. If Malachi has 10 dozen video games, how many scores of video games does he have? If Malachi has 10 dozen video games, how many scores of video games does he have? All right, Zach has locked in his answer. A dozen score. I'll go with it. If it doesn't, I'll be saved. I know it.
Say a dozen. No. The score is 20, not 12. So the correct answer is 6, not a dozen. This $9,000 that the Love Everybody Foundation has right now is in jeopardy unless your classmate Zach said 6. Zach said 6! Good job, Zach. All right, unfortunately, you have to go back to your desk because you are now out of cheats.
Means I'm on my own.
You're on your own. You've got 4th grade U.S. history, 5th grade math, and 5th grade music.
5th grade music.
5th grade music.
5th grade, bring it on now. 5th grade, bring it on. Come on,
Here
Jeff.
it is. Born in 1685, J.S. Bach was one of the greatest composers in the history of music. What do the initials J.S. stand for? Born in 1685, J.S. Bach was one of the greatest composers in the history of music. What do the initials J.S. stand for?
Oh, God, one of these days people will be going back in time going, what did the initials B-I-G stand for?